Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. As you know, this is the Fatima Business Smiley, and as you know, in every video, we have discussed this any new topic discussed with ChatGPT. So now I have in my mind the power of self-discipline, building habits that lead to success. Who I want to discuss this topic with ChatGPT. So let's start without wasting any time. Hi ChatGPT.
Hey Fatima, great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Yes, ChatGPT, I am excited to discuss a topic that plays a critical role in personal and professional success, self-discipline. Many people have big dreams and ambition goals, but not everyone has the discipline needed to turn those dreams into reality. So today I would love to explore how self-discipline help us stay focused, overcome distractions, build positive habits, and remain committed and my goals. So if our goals even motivation is low, I'm looking forward to learning practical strategies that can help me become more disciplined provided in my daily life. So this is
I love that topic. Self-discipline really is a game changer. So to kick us off, I'm curious, what's one big goal you're currently working toward where you feel like self-discipline could be a real game changer?
my if I want to tell about myself, so my big goal is to become a successful woman,
That's
independent woman.
yeah, I love that. Becoming an independent woman is such a powerful aspiration. So if we think about self-discipline in that context, we can break it down. Like, are there certain habits you feel are key, or maybe specific routines you want to develop to keep that momentum going?
Okay, so how can I become a perfect independent woman?
I think the idea of perfect can be a bit elusive. So I'd say it's really about building small, consistent steps toward independence. For example, start by defining your financial goals, your career aspirations, or even personal boundaries. We can dive into practical routines like setting daily priorities, time blocking, or even building confidence rituals. What area would you like to focus on first?
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
no
is
rush.
yes?
Of course. So just let me know what resonates most with you, whether it's financial independence, career growth, or even something like time management, and we can break down those practical steps. What would feel most helpful for you right now?
Okay. So, what is self discipline often considered more important than talent, intelligence when it comes to achieve success?
Oh, that's such a great point. I think self discipline is often what bridges the gap between just having potential and actually achieving something. I mean, talent might give you a burst of success, but self discipline is what keeps you going, even when things get tough. It's like you don't have to be a genius, you just have to stay the course.
Okay, so what is self discipline and how does it influence our daily discussion and long term achievement?
Yeah, absolutely. So self discipline is really the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when you don't feel motivated in the moment. So day to day, it's what keeps you showing up, doing the small tasks, building habits. And over time, all those small actions, they add up. They create momentum that drives you toward those big long term achievements.
Okay, so how can I build my habits like day by day?
Great question. One of the best ways is to start small. Pick just one or two habits and tie them to existing routines. So, for instance, if you want to read every morning, you might place a book right by your coffee machine. Then set a small, achievable goal, like 10 minutes a day. As you succeed, you build confidence and momentum. And of course, track your progress. Celebrating small wins really keeps you motivated.
Okay, so how can someone develop self discipline if they often procrastination or lose motivation easy?
Ah, that's really common. One key is to break tasks down into super tiny steps, so small that procrastination feels less intimidating. Another trick is to build in accountability, like sharing your goals with a friend or using a habit tracker. And when motivation dips, remember to reconnect with your why. Why is this goal important to you? That can reignite that inner drive.
Okay. So, what are the most effective daily habits that can help strengthen self-discipline over time?
Yeah, great question. So, some really effective daily habits include things like setting a morning routine where you prioritize key tasks first thing first, daily planning, like writing a to do list or using a planner, consistent sleep and wake time, so you have a steady rhythm, and things like reflection, just a few minutes at the end of the day to see what went well and what you can adjust. All those build self discipline bit by bit.
Okay. So, how can we stay committed to our goals when we face distractions, temptations, or unexpected challenges?
That's such a good point. I think staying committed really comes down to preparation and flexibility. So first identify your biggest distractions, like if it's social media, you might set app blockers, then have a plan B. If something unexpected happens, know how you'll adjust your timeline and keep your why visible, whether that's a vision board, a reminder, or just revisiting your purpose regularly. So you stay anchored in what matters most.
Okay. So, how can a teacher, students, and professionals use self-discipline to balance multiple responsibilities successfully?
Yeah, that's a great application. For teachers, students, and professionals, it's really about prioritization and setting clear boundaries. So, for instance, use time blocking, schedule specific slots for teaching, studying, and personal time, build in small breaks to avoid burnout, and keep a realistic view. Sometimes self discipline means saying no to extra tasks so you can protect your focus on what matters most.
Okay, ChatGPT. So, what are some common mistakes people make when trying to build self-discipline, and how can they avoid them?
Yeah, definitely. One common mistake is expecting instant results, so they get frustrated and give up too soon. Another is being too rigid. If something doesn't go perfectly, they just quit. And often people try to change too many things at once. To avoid these, focus on small, sustainable changes. Give yourself grace when things go off track and track progress regularly so you can adjust your approach as needed.
Okay. So, what strategies can help us remain disciplined during difficult periods when motivation is at the lowest?
Yeah, that's really important. One strategy is to anchor yourself in a bigger vision. Remind yourself why you started and what successful mean. You can also use accountability partners, check in with a friend or a mentor regularly, and small rewards help too. Celebrating tiny wins keeps that sense of progress alive.
What strategies can help us remain disciplined during difficult periods when motivation is at like a confident, resilience, and strong mindset?
Absolutely. So, one powerful tool is to build a daily mindset practice like a short gratitude journal or affirmations so you stay connected to your purpose. Also, practice reframing. When challenges arise, view them as growth opportunities rather than setbacks. And focus on self compassion. Remind yourself that resilience means getting back up, even if you stumble.
Okay. Can self-discipline be learned by anyone, or it is a trait that some people naturally possess?
That's a really empowering question. So, self discipline is absolutely a skill that anyone can develop. It's like a muscle, it just takes practice, consistency, and a bit of patience. So, even if you don't feel naturally disciplined, you can build it through small daily actions and by setting yourself up with good structures.
Okay. So, like, how can we train ourselves to stay focused on important tasks instead of seeking? immediate rewards or entertainment.
Yeah, that's such a common struggle. One way is to set specific time-bound focus sessions, like using the Pomodoro technique, where you work for, say, 25 minutes, then take a short break. Also, keep your workspace distraction-free, just one screen, one task, and give yourself mini rewards after finishing a chunk, so you still get that sense of gratification, but tied to more meaningful progress.
Okay, so if you share one powerful message about self-discipline that could transform a person's life, what would it be?
Oh, I love that. I think I'd say this: self discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Every small disciplined step you take today is a vote for the person you want to become tomorrow. So stay patient, stay committed, and trust that small actions over time create big change.
Okay, so
I'm,
uh, why
yeah,
do
exactly.
I asking you
Of course.
question? Why do many people struggle to stay disciplined even when they know what needs to be done?
Ah, that's a really good point. Often it's because we rely too much on willpower, and that fades when we're tired or stressed. Plus, distractions are everywhere, especially now. So, a lot of the time, it's about designing your environment, building routines that don't rely solely on motivation, and being kind to yourself when you slip up, because it happens to everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. And I think just recognizing that it's a process, like every day is a fresh start, can really take some of that pressure off. And the more you practice, the more it becomes second nature.
hmm. Yes. So, what are the key habits that highly disciplined individuals practice every day?
Yeah, so a lot of highly disciplined people have some really intentional habits, like they wake up early, they have a set morning routine, they prioritize their most important work first, they practice regular reflection, and they set clear boundaries, like saying no to distractions or things that don't serve their goals.
Okay, so how can someone start building self discipline if they can often procrastination?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the key is starting really small, like pick just one tiny task that takes a few minutes and do it every day. Then add a small reward after you finish. Also, build an environment that can reduces distractions, like putting your phone away or using apps that block social media. And just give yourself permission to start small because progress will come from consistency.
Okay, so what are the most common obstacles that prevent people from staying disciplined?
Yeah, so a few big ones are perfectionism. People feel like if they can't do it perfectly, they don't start. Also, they rely too much on motivation, which is really fleeting. And then there's lack of structure. Without a plan, it's so easy to get off track. So once you have clarity, a routine, and some self compassion, you can really overcome those hurdles.
How can we train our minds to stay focused on important tasks instead of distractions?
Yeah, great question. One really effective way is to practice mindfulness. Just a few minutes a day of tuning into the present moment so you build that awareness. Also, use environmental cues like setting a dedicated workspace and limiting notifications. And break tasks down so you can focus on one step at a time. That keeps you anchored and on track.
Okay. What role does self-discipline play in effective time management?
Oh, it's huge. Self discipline is really what keeps you sticking to your schedule, prioritizing tasks, and resisting those little time wasting detours. Without it, even the best plan can fall apart. So it's what helps you stay consistent, keep your priorities straight, and ultimately get more done with purpose.
Okay, so like, what is
Yeah,
the single most powerful piece of advice would you give to someone who want to develop self-discipline and create lasting success in life?
I would say this: start with a clear, meaningful vision of why you want this, and then commit to small daily actions, no matter how you feel. Because over time, those small steps done consistently will build the discipline that leads to lasting success.
Okay, so thank you so much, ChatGPT, for this inspiring and information discussion. Today, I learned that self-discipline is the foundation of success and personal growth. It helps us stay focused on your goals, overcome distractions, and continue moving forward even when motivate fades. I discovered that discipline is not about being perfect, it is about making consistent choices that support our long term success by developing positive habits, managing my time wisely, and staying committed to my priorities. I can achieve greater results in every era of my life. Thank you so much for your valuable insight and guidance. Goodbye, ChatGPT.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad this resonated with you. You've got a great mindset, and I'm excited to see how you apply all of this. If you ever need to check in on more tips, I'm here. Take care and good luck.